So I woke up at 5 a.m. and I should have stayed awake, but I went back to sleep. And I remember thinking, Nick, you shouldn't go to sleep. You're full of too much yin energy. When you go back to sleep, you end up going to places and meeting entities that you don't want to go and meet. And well, I went back to sleep. So I ended up going around to some places. And at one point, I was getting yelled at by this guy with icy blue eyes, and I could tell I was somewhere in Helheim. And he's yelling at me, saying, "You sought salvation outside of yourself, and now you're cursed." And suddenly, I got turned into a mosquito. And then there were a bunch of other mosquitoes in Helheim, and they were all really, really bored. So this first mosquito just split itself into a bunch of other mosquitoes. Now, if you don't know, the symbolic meaning of a mosquito is that you have a negative thought form entity or an evil spirit, a demon. This is what Jotun are, giants in Norse mythology. They shouldn't be called giants. That's a bad translation. They should actually be called devourers. So these are negative entities that devour the positive aspects of us because they're in a negative charge. So these beings don't actually have free will, just like the higher positive dimensional beings. And it's why we as humans are special. It's because we can reform our subconscious thought programming and our patterns. So, anyways, these mosquitoes, they're all just full all over the place in Helheim, and they're all really, really bored until one day they all die, just all at once. And then they get resurrected, and they're having to go back and clear their negative karma. So, anyways, later on in the dream, I'm in a school rolling around a purple crystal ball, horribly bored, and someone comes in, and I'm like, it's pretty hot. And I follow them, and all of a sudden, I'm on the ground, and I feel something kind of like constricting me. And I hear that noise that you feel when like a rope is tightening around you. And I'm like, hey, get off me. And then I wake up. So that was essentially a negative thought form entity attaching itself to me in my sleep. And then I woke up. So yeah, don't oversleep, especially if you astral project like me. You end up going to some weird places that you're better off just not going to. Anyways, let me know if you've had any similar experience.